In a recent article in the Globe and Mail, the largest school boards in Canada are suing Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok for a combined $4.5 billion. But wait, this is a personal finance channel. Why the heck should we care about the big boys being sued? Well, this is actually big news and it can impact your wallet. Here are at least 7 reasons why you should care. Number 1, investor confidence. Meta has a market capitalization of $1.2 trillion. You might actually own Meta stocks without even knowing it. If you have mutual funds, if you actually invest directly in the stock market, or if you have a pension plan, there's a high likelihood that in your portfolio you have Meta stocks. Now, if Meta gets sued and their stock price decreases, it may impact your overall retirement portfolio. 5 years ago, shares of Meta were selling for $166 US per share. Today, in 2024, their shares are worth almost $500 US per share. Now, if they dump or if they go down, it may impact your wallet. Number 2, the legal costs. When governments and big organizations, big provincial organizations decide to sue corporations, the lawyer fees can be very, very large and very, very big. And who do you think is going to pay for those legal fees? It's me. And you. The school board is funded by provinces, and the provinces get their revenue via taxes, and the taxes are fees that you and I pay every day. So if you're going to sue an organization for $4.5 billion, chances are your legal fees are going to come up to the hundreds of millions of dollars, and the taxpayer, you and I, are going to be the one shelling that money out. Number 3, brand perception. A lot of Canadians actually care about the content they consume on platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. If the quality of the brand, or if there's a perception that the brand is not trustworthy because of what it's doing to children, for example, chances are the perception of the brand might decrease and it might impact the value of the brand in the long run. Number 4, market competition. When we talk about social media, we have the tendency of talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and the big players out there. But the truth of the matter is, if the brand goes down in value and people start looking for alternative, we might see new entrants entering the competitive market of social media. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because right now, Meta is really dominating the platform in that ecosystem. And anytime they have a bit of competition, they just buy them up. But this might actually be a pivotal situation where we're seeing competitors entering the market, which would be good for the consumers in the long run. At number 5, we have ad revenues. Now, ad revenues is actually a big one. In 2019 alone, the ad revenue that TikTok was generating was about $360 million. Today, in 2024, the ad revenue is almost $24 billion that TikTok is generating alone. Now, a lot of that revenue goes to people just like me, content creators. Actually, I don't make any money on this. We're not making any money on this platform. Anyways, content creators really rely on these big organizations in order to get their income. If this goes through and TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat actually get sued and they're found guilty of what they're being charged for, then that might impact the way they compensate people like myself that create content online. And at the end of the day, it might actually hurt our pocket. Last but not least, it might actually impact the education and the culture that we have around social media. In the state of Florida, they just passed legislation that bans the use of social media platforms for people that are 14 years old and less. Now, this is significant. If we adopt these types of legislations here in Canada, it'll impact digital literacy and how we introduce our youth to digital platforms as a whole. While I'm not saying that this is necessarily a bad thing, we all know that our youth are consuming way too much social media right now. But still, it's legislated. They can't use it while at school. They can't use Snapchat, TikTok, or Instagram. It seems a little strong from a legislative standpoint. All to say that it would definitely change the cultural ecosystem in which we live. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please make sure you smash the like button and that you share this video with a friend. I'll catch you on the next one.